Boston put 3 players nobody knew, not even the Boston fans. The motherfuckers just came in, subbed in, and started like this. Everybody's looking around. So that's who he got to play against. Who's the center over there?
Vukovic. Nick Vukovic.
Huh?
Look, whatever his name.
Who?
He's an all-star too.
Who?
Cater.
Cater what?
Cater.
I'm making this about Joel. You can keep talking about Carl and Town fast all the fuck you want. That ain't the point I'm making. That ain't the fucking point I'm making. So you ain't gonna make it like, goddamn.
It's like y'all
shut the fuck up.
Gilbert finally made his way back to the couch to rejoin the rest of the crew. And man, you already know it didn't take long for him and Rashad to start disagreeing again. We all know they bump heads all the time, but honestly, that back and forth is what makes it entertaining. And you know it's not really a show unless a Kenyan gets his moment in too. We're gonna break down what he had an issue with a little later in the video, but man, that Knicks vs 76ers matchup had the whole arena on fire today. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. But enough of me talking, let's get right into it.
You look at us having a week off in the New York Knicks and then playing against a team that's coming in off a battle in Game 7. First thing we do is we punch you in your face. And we're at home. So we got energy, we got momentum, we got rest. Punch him in the face. Brunson did that, first quarter. Punch me in the face. Hard to rebound from that because, you know, you got to figure out how you want to. This is, first series is always, well, the first series in the second round is always, the first game is fill out game. Like, what are they doing? How are we going to respond to what they're doing? They might steal it, we might win it. Regardless of what happens is we get to come back and recoup and re-strategize for them. And I think for Philly, only playing 6 guys over 20 minutes, you got to do better because you're going to get punched in the face. And if you're not going to have a rebound in the second half from that punch, then you're going to be giving out every game in the first half. So when you look at how Embiid played and
you cooking, but boy, you cooking. But you were saying a lot of we. You were saying we as in, I thought that you stopped being the thumb. I thought the thumb gate.
Yeah, the thumb.
I thought when he stuck his thumb in there, just he was off them. I thought he was off them. I thought this was a Philly.
Yeah.
Remember? I thought that's when he was like, I don't fuck with the Knicks no more. You publicly said he was not fucking with the Knicks no more. And you was talking about, I mean, I don't know if you jumped back on him, but I thought he was off the Knicks. And I'm hearing the we thing, so I was, did he get back on it? Because this is the first time I'm hearing the we.
Is this like
the Knicks? I thought he was Philly. I thought it was like Joel Embiid and, you know, they contenders and they gonna win and he's healthy.
Man, Rashad was actually cooking with his analysis until he started trying to claim the Knicks. And y'all know Gil was not about to let that slide because he was right back on his BS. He had to call him out for being a straight bandwagoner. And Rashad really is one because the man switches teams every single year. First, he was rocking with the Boston Celtics, then he was on the New York Knicks wave, and now he's riding with Wemby and the Spurs. And don't forget how the Wolves just did him in Game 1. I'm pretty sure he's about to be jumping ship again soon.
I thought you didn't want to argue anymore.
No, I'm just, I was confused.
You took 2 weeks off not to argue.
No, I was just.
But now here you are interrupting me while I'm in the middle of my shit.
I know, but you was cooking.
And you missed all this time. You missed all the context behind my cooking. No. See, that's like not putting seasoning on the food.
Yeah.
You got to come to the grill prepared, brother.
No.
You was
you're
not prepared.
When I
you're
left,
not prepared.
Now you cooking meat.
Yeah, so you're back and you ain't ready.
So are you cooking meat or are you cooking?
You ain't ready.
Oh, I was just.
You're not ready.
Okay, I was just confused.
Yeah, it's in the context of conversation when you're actually talking about one side. I can say we and not mean me. I can speak for the 76ers and say we and not mean me. Because I'm giving context as I'm breaking down the scouting report if I'm New York or if I'm Philly. So if I'm New York, I'm saying we.
Oh.
But maybe y'all get it, maybe y'all don't. I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, I didn't hear him say we when
Chat,
he said
let me know if it's obvious or not. I don't know. But like I was saying, Philly, like Maxie said, it's gonna be the next game. We're not worried about what just happened. We need to bounce back. We need to come in, re-strategize, and figure out what we did wrong, and make the adjustments. Embiid not gonna have a bad game every single game, and I don't think he had a bad game based on the fact that they got punched in the mouth early. And to Nick's point, as far as Embiid having to guard Cat, that's a real rivalry.
Yeah.
And that rivalry go back to when he was in Cat was in Minnesota. So this is something that Cat's up for. Cat's up for this, and regardless of if Embiid's hurt or not, wasn't giving that same energy to Anthony Edwards, who was injured and just came back. So for Embiid, there ain't no excuse for him either. So he gonna go in there, he gonna be a competitor just like Anthony Edwards is. Anthony Edwards came out to compete. Joel Embiid, I don't see why he would want to sit down, this being this his rival, and this is an important series for them. They not supposed to be here without him, so shit, it's one of them things.
Did Anthony Edwards have surgery?
Yeah.
No, but Embiid did, right?
Appendectomy. Okay, one has a bruised bone.
And a hyperextended knee.
And a hyperextended. One needs, remember that Mr. Potato? Which one was he needs pliers for this
operation?
Yeah, he needs operation.
A great game.
Because the knee is just not the knee anymore. There's nothing, we've been talking about it every year. And every year, dude, the knee is the knee. You can't reverse
it. To Boston. You can't he had 34.
Did you see him on the sideline though? He was on the.
Now look, Joel did average 26, 11, and 3 in the first round versus the Celtics, but you can tell that man was out there on pure, sheer toughness. He was dragging that left knee around the whole series. He had no lift and could barely even get off the ground. And if the Celtics didn't live and die by the 3, all they had to do was spam pick and roll with Embiid because he couldn't stop a nosebleed. And even though Ant-Man did come back early to pull off that upset in Game 1 versus the Spurs, you cannot compare the two situations. Like Gil said, Edwards has a bone bruise, and Embiid underwent surgery for appendicitis and was on the basketball court competing 2 weeks later while still dealing with that half-dead knee. Now, if somebody calls him soft, I'm just gonna have to disagree because you're clearly not paying attention. Now, he did get away with limping through that series against the Celtics, who didn't even have a big man to play. Vucevic was unplayable and wasn't productive, so they had to sit him on the bench for most of those games. He played one time, put up 30 minutes, but the other games, he just wasn't relevant. And they even went out and traded for that big man, so the Celtics really need to go back to the drawing board. But I'm not sure if Joel is going to be able to limp through this series against the Knicks.
He put a team out.
Which mean it don't matter. That shit hurt.
Him laying on the floor doing this shit, stretching.
So you see him walk back on the floor?
But he had surgery,
He keep
right?
walking back on the floor, which means that he's tough enough to keep playing.
I get that part. He's coming back. Cool. He's playing against a dude who actually plays basketball too, who's an all-star too, who's an all-NBA player. Boston put 3 players nobody knew, not even the Boston fans. The motherfuckers just came in, subbed in, and started like this. Everybody's looking around. So that's who he got to play against. Who's the center over there?
Vucevic. Nick Vucevic.
Huh?
Whatever his name.
Who?
He's an all-star too.
Who?
Cater.
Cater what?
Cater.
They played 3-5, man.
Yeah. So he's not playing against, like he's playing against a 4-man at 5, who's playing on the perimeter, who's gonna pump fake, he's gonna drive, he's gonna, this ain't a rivalry in a sense of both are at the same level of eliteness. One person, his knee is prohibiting him to sustain his greatness. You know, out of 7 games, Embiid gonna show up.
So which one?
He's gonna dominate 2.5.
Now, we can't just use his knee injury as a full excuse, but at the same time, you can clearly see why he looks so hobbled out there. But Philly's main problem is they keep trying to force feed him instead of letting Maxey really run the show. When Maxey is playing downhill and getting out in space, that's when the 76ers look their absolute best. I feel like they can dump the ball into Embiid in the post anytime they want in the game, but they really need to focus on getting Maxey going early. And look, if Joel was fully healthy, which honestly I don't think we've ever really seen, him versus Cat wouldn't even be a debate. I'm taking Joel on one leg over Cat, to be completely honest.
During his tenure as an NBA player, not one time have I referenced Karl Anthony Towns as being fast. Not once. Not once.
Oh, fast.
Not once have I referenced Karl Anthony Towns being fast. In this situation, he has a foot speed advantage because Joel is hampered and he can't move side to side.
He would have
Karl Anthony Towns' foot size has been the fucking same since he came in the league, which are like 21 to 21, 22, some shit like you got some big ass feet.
Yeah.
Is the point I'm making.
Size 20 can't be, yes.
Size 20.
Big,
He was 20s.
He would still have
So
a foot speed
therefore,
he was still, regardless if
he
he was
has
hurt,
a foot speed
regardless if he was hurt or not, Karl Anthony Towns is a faster big man than Joel Embiid and half of the rest of
like
the
I said, I ain't never referenced Karl Anthony Towns as being
If
fast.
Embiid wasn't hurt, if Embiid wasn't hurt.
Faster than Joel Embiid is not a fucking hard task to do.
So regardless if he hurt or not, it don't matter.
He'll be able to move better. He'll be able to move laterally better if he wasn't hurt.
He still would be faster than him.
Okay.
And
Wait.
That would be the difference.
How does your knees feel right now?
if he wasn't hurt, he would be able to move better side to side. Is the point motherfucker trying to make. Karl Anthony Towns' speed is what it is. It ain't gonna change. Goddamn. He gonna be as fast as he gonna be.
So it's still gonna be an advantage.
Who gives a fuck?
No.
The point I'm making is Joel won't be able to move side
We have
to side.
to give a fuck about the point you're making.
No,
we have to care
that's
about
your
what.
point. No, I don't give a fuck about the
No, I'm
point.
talking about your mate.
No,
you're making the point that he's fast, or he's not. I'm like, he's gonna be fast regardless if he hurt or not.
Nigga, if you shut the fuck up for a second, the point that I'm making is Joel still wouldn't be able to move side to side because he's fucking hurt. It ain't got nothing to do with Karl Anthony Towns, nigga. Like, shut the fuck up for a second.
It seems like y'all
want to fucking argue.
It just seems like
if he's not, if Joel Embiid is healthy, Karl Anthony Towns is still faster than him.
That wasn't the point I was making. That's the point you want to make. The point I'm making is about Joel. You can keep talking about Karl Anthony Towns fast all the fuck you want. That ain't the point I'm making. That ain't the fucking point I'm making. So you ain't gonna make it. Like, goddamn.
It's like y'all
shut the fuck up sometimes and just fucking listen instead of want to argue with a nigga.
Man, MC just sitting there like Smokey. I don't even know how they let Kenyon talk to them like they're his sons or something. He literally told Mac to shut up, and that man didn't even push back once. Kenyon is always on his bully, but when it's time for somebody to challenge him back, it's like nothing happens. I guess that's just how it goes sometimes. But look, this is a debate show at the end of the day. They're supposed to argue. They're not gonna agree on everything all the time. Still, I get it. Sometimes you just don't feel like going back and forth and you let it be. And honestly, it works for entertainment too. MC knows how to keep things moving, and he's good at playing that troll role when he needs to. Now, as far as Joel Embiid goes, it's time for him to turn it up in the next game. He can't come out there looking sluggish because Philly can't afford that in this series. Without him and Maxey both dominating, it's gonna be a wrap for them boys. But let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, like, and button. Thank you for reading. I'm out of here.